So hello guys, back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this most simple and basic animation in where this guy is going to rob him. Now this has all the basics you need to do this animation. This has the movement, the how to create the sprites, the starting, how to set the background, all of them. So let's begin. So first log on to code.org and then go to Sprite Lab. Once your Sprite Lab project is loaded, make sure to remove the and keep it, and then keep it and throw this. Then you have to first put a background to our project. Now we are going to make this a nice park view. Then we are going to make. Then we need four sprites for this. So we are going to make this 4. Now we need to arrange the sprites. Click on the more option, then go to characters. Go click this guy, and then change our sprite to the robber. Then we are going to click more for the next sprite, then go again. And then get the man being robbed, which is this guy. Now change our sprite to the man getting robbed. Now we need to go to more and get the guy who's going to distract the man being robbed. Now change the sprite to the man and to the distractor, and then now we need to change this sprite to an invisible sprite, which you can do by going to costumes, click on new costume, click on draw on your own, and then go to code. Now what you can do is change the sprite to the first empty box you get. This is going to be your invisible sprite. Now you will get this. Now we need to arrange them at the appropriate locations. Get the location block, get 4 of them. Attach each block to each sprite. Make new sprite block. Now enter the following X location. Once you're done with that, you're ready to go and start coding. Now we need to make him move towards him and stop at our invisible sprite. For that we need to first make him move towards the east. For that we need to get the sprite begins, and then choose the man being robbed, and then go to behaviors again and click moving east, which is also known as moving right. Now if you run this, you will see that he won't stop. Maybe you want him to stop. So to make sure he stops at the invisible sprite, we need to go to events and then click and then get the when the sprite touches this sprite. Now change the sprite, change the first sprite to the man being robbed and the second sprite to the invisible one. And then now we need to make him stop moving when he touches that sprite. For that we need to go back to behaviors, then click sprite stops, choose our man. Then we take the moving east or the moving right block and attach it directly next to the stops. Now if you run this, we get a very impressive result. Now what we need to do is, just after he comes here, we want this man to go towards him and rob the money. For that we have to make sure that he robs him just after he reaches the person who he is talking to. So for that we need the events block called at 3 seconds. Now we need to change this 3 to a 6. Now we are going to call this. Now we are going to go to the behaviors and then say sprite begins again. And change the sprite to the robber. Now we get the move. We copy the move easting block, and then we get this. Now it will have. Now you must be thinking that we'll get the same result as we got first before we wrote this. Now what we need to do to prevent that again is to make sure he stops at this guy when he comes there. So what we have to do is take the when this sprite touches that sprite block, change the first sprite to the robber, next change it to the man being robbed, then say the sprite stops moving east and make sure the sprite is a robber. Now if we see this, let's see what we get. Yes, that clearly gave another impressive look. Now what we need is to make sure that he gets the money out of his pocket. For that we need to create a new sprite which should be created at 8 seconds. Now for that, now to create the sprite, we need to go to make new sprite. And change it to the money. Now we need to remove this block. And get another location block. And change the Y location to 90. And change this to 270. Let's see what happens. Now we clearly see we do not get an impressive look. So we have to change this to a 205, and we want the money to be more smaller. So we are going to go back to sprite, go back to actions, and then set size block. Get the set size block. And change the sprite to the money and change the 50 to a 30. Once you've done that, let's see what we get. Now that we get a really pickpocketing look, we want him to get back. So for the slowly and sneaky. So for that, we need to get the behaviors block. Get another events block called at seconds. Change the 3 to a 9. Now then, we have to make sure the robber and the money move together, because the robber is taking the money. So create another at 9 seconds block, another sprite begins block, attach it to the at 9 seconds block. Now change this to the cache. Now we need to go to actions block or the behaviors block, and now click move west. Do the same for the other one. And we are done. Let's see what we get. Now that was perfect. So hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Till then, peace.